Human history is a complex and rich story that spans thousands of years. This epic journey extends from those distant times when Homo sapiens took their first steps to the present day. Humanity's emergence onto the stage of history includes not only the struggle for survival, but also the process of developing the ability to think, communicate, and form communities. While following the traces of the days of hunting and gathering in the early periods, Homo sapiens' tool-making ability and social organization ability are the first signs of its emergence on the stage of history. With the agricultural revolution, people settled down and formed communities, established the first settlements, and this enabled them to lay the foundations of civilization. The ancient period is a period when great empires and civilizations rose. The river civilization of Egypt, the rich cultures of Mesopotamia, and the impressive empires of ancient Greece and Rome were shaped during this period. In the Middle Ages, events such as the migration of tribes, the feudal system and the Crusades created turning points that changed the world map. The Renaissance and the Enlightenment symbolize a period in which new horizons of science, art and philosophy were discovered. The Industrial Revolution accelerated these discoveries, accelerating technological progress. The 20th century was an era full of world wars, revolutions, and technological revolutions. Nowadays, humanity faces global challenges and technological change. Issues such as sustainability, cultural diversity, digital transformation, and social inequality are important issues that shape the future of humanity. Under the title of a general overview of human history, we will try to build a bridge from our past to today while navigating the main lines of this great story. As we delve into human history, we will explore the evolutionary, social, and cultural dimensions of the first steps. Fundamental developments in these early periods provide important clues to understanding the origins of today's human societies. The first steps in human history were taken millions of years ago. This long and complex journey extends until Homo sapiens evolved and took its modern form. The first steps shaped not only biological evolution but also social and cultural development. The emergence of Homo sapiens took place in various parts of Africa. Early humans began to use the resources provided by nature by adopting the hunter-gatherer lifestyle. Their ability to make stone tools helped them develop hunting skills and access a variety of food sources. Early societies created the need to live together and communication skills began to evolve. During this period, the first simple forms of language emerged, thus enabling emotional, social, and information exchange between people. This laid the foundation for solidarity and cooperation between communities. The first steps are also associated with cultural development. Early humans began to express their thoughts and hold their communities together through symbols, and rituals. This was the beginning of the first distinct cultural expressions in human history. During this period, humans focused on survival and reproduction by evolving against the challenges of nature. The first steps paved the way for the continuation of the lineage of Homo sapiens and the evolution of humanity and its spread to different geographies. The foundations of today's complex societies are a result of the first steps taken in these early periods. The agricultural revolution is one of the most important turning points in human history. This period symbolizes the transition of Homo sapiens from a hunter-gatherer lifestyle to settled agricultural societies. The agricultural revolution not only changed eating habits but also marked the beginning of social, economic, and cultural transformations. In the fertile lands of the Middle East, where people took their first steps. They began to take steps to produce their own food resources, independent of the cycle of nature. These were the first seeds of the agricultural revolution. The processes of growing plants and domesticating animals made humans more sedentary. Agriculture alleviated the food shortages with which people had previously struggled and made communities more populous. Fixed settlements emerged and people began to organize agricultural production. This led communities to form larger and more complex social structures. Cultivation of soil and selection and control of plants and animals allowed humans to increase and diversify food production. This led to population growth and the emergence of areas of expertise that were not possible before. Early artisans, traders, and administrators contributed to the complex societies that emerged as a result of the agricultural revolution. The agricultural revolution also accelerated the geographic spread of communities. Agricultural practices in different regions have given rise to cultural diversity. The increased production brought by agriculture allowed for the emergence of food surpluses and trade, which led to economic transformations. The foundations of civilization were shaped by the effects of the agricultural revolution. Agriculture led people to live together and build developed societies in ways previously unimaginable. This period was a major evolutionary step in human history. The agricultural revolution continues to influence today's culture, economy, and social structures. The transition to settled life under the influence of the agricultural revolution allowed people to establish larger and permanent settlements. Thus, as a result of the evolutionary step, the process of urbanization began, which led to the birth of the first civilizations. The period of urbanization and early civilizations marks the beginning of humans building socially, economically, and culturally complex societies. The first cities often arose in river valleys, especially around the Nile, Euphrates, Tigris, and Indian rivers. These rivers provided suitable soil for agriculture and facilitated transportation through water resources. Over time, these cities became centers where economic activities concentrated and social organization became more complex. The urbanization process increased economic diversity by giving rise to division of labor and areas of specialization. Specialized occupational groups emerged, and the presence of individuals specialized in different fields, such as artisans, merchants, and administrators, as well as agriculture, caused cities to become more complex. Early civilizations made great progress in storing and communicating information by developing writing systems. These writing systems contributed to the more effective conduct of law, commerce, and administration. For example, the cuneiform script written by the Sumerians on clay tablets in Mesopotamia was one of the important writing systems of this period. With urbanization and the emergence of the first civilizations, concepts such as temples, palaces, irrigation systems, and private property also developed. This situation paved the way for the birth of culturally and architecturally rich civilizations. The period of urbanization and early civilization shows fundamental changes in people's relationships with nature and the complexity of their social organization. This period symbolizes the origins of civilization and the birth of many elements that laid the foundations of today's cultures. The ancient period is a culturally and historically rich period in human history where great civilizations and empires rose. During this period, the empires that emerged in different geographies shaped history with their strong leaderships, advanced cultural developments, and impressive structures. Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was one of the most influential and long-lasting empires of antiquity. Starting from Italy and spreading to the Mediterranean basin, Rome achieved significant successes in the legal system, architectural developments, military strategy, and political administration. Persian Empire. The Persian Empire was founded by the Persians in the Middle East and was one of the largest empires in history. Leaders such as Cyrus the Great and Darius expanded the empire's borders and governed a culturally diverse population. Greek civilization. Ancient Greece achieved great success in democracy, philosophy, theater, mathematics, and science. Competition between city-states contributed to cultural and intellectual development, becoming the cultural center of the ancient world. Chinese Han Dynasty. The Chinese Han Dynasty was one of the unifying and long-lived dynasties in Chinese history. The construction of the Great Wall of China, the revival of the Silk Road, and the influence of Confucianism are important developments during the Han Dynasty. Egyptian civilization. The Egyptian civilization, which developed around the Nile River, is known for its unique cultural elements such as pyramids, temples, and mummification. Centralized government and fertile lands allowed Egypt to establish a long-lasting civilization. The ancient period was a period when these great empires and civilizations rose. These communities played important roles in history with technological, cultural, and political developments and played a key role in laying the foundations of the modern world. The Middle Ages is a period that follows the ancient period and lasts until the 15th century. In this period, tribal migration and the feudal system are two distinctive features that significantly affected the social, political, and economic structure of Europe and other regions. Migration of tribes. With the collapse of the Roman Empire, large migrations of tribes occurred in the early Middle Ages. Tribes such as the Huns, Germanic tribes, Vandals, and Gokturks migrated from Central Europe and Central Asia to Western and Eastern Roman lands. These migrations caused regional instability, land loss, and cultural changes. Feudal system. After the migration of tribes, the feudal system emerged with the weakening of strong central authorities. In the feudal system, landowners, that is, nobles, gave land to peasants based on military service in order to protect and manage their lands. This system created a locally organized hierarchy to meet the need for security and protection. Monastic life and the role of the Church. During the Middle Ages, monasteries became important centers in fields such as science, education, and crafts. The Church became a central institution of feudal society. While popes often competed with kings, church life and beliefs became an important component of society. Crusades. During the Middle Ages, Europeans participated in the Crusades to conquer Jerusalem and other holy lands. The Crusades increased interaction between Eastern and Western cultures and resulted in developments such as the discovery of new trade routes. Urbanization and trade. In the later Middle Ages, urbanization and trade began to boom. Cities became centers of trade, and organizations such as guilds and tradesmen's associations contributed to the regulation of production and trade. While the Middle Ages included important elements such as migration of tribes and the feudal system, this period also hosted cultural and artistic developments. Although the Middle Ages are seen as a historical transition period, the traces of this period are still felt effectively on today's social structures and cultural heritage. The Renaissance and Enlightenment periods represent a major cultural and intellectual transformation in human history. These periods mark a tremendous rebirth in art, science, and philosophy, reviving interest in the wisdom and aesthetics of antiquity and leading to revolutionary changes in social thought. The Renaissance is a period that began in Italy in the mid-14th century and lasted until the late 17th century. This period revived interest in ancient Roman and Greek cultures and saw many groundbreaking developments in the arts, sciences, and literature. Rebirth in art. Renaissance artists added realism to their works by working in depth on anatomy, perspective, and light-shadow techniques. Works such as Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa and Michelangelo's David symbolize the artistic richness of the Renaissance. Returning to ancient knowledge. Renaissance thinkers revived their interest in ancient Greek and Roman texts. This led to significant advances in science, mathematics, and astronomy. Nicholas Copernicus's heliocentric solar system model and Galileo Galilei's telescope observations of the sky symbolized the scientific revolution of the Renaissance. Enlightenment is an intellectual movement that emerged in Europe in the 17th and 18th centuries. This period triggered social change and reforms by embracing the ideals of reason, science, freedom, and equality. Mind and science are at the center. Enlightenment thinkers opposed dogmas and traditional thought by emphasizing the importance of rationality and the scientific method. John Locke's emphasis on the natural rights of the individual and Voltaire's understanding of freedom and tolerance are among the fundamental philosophical principles of the Enlightenment. Social reforms. Enlightenment thought opposed monarchical governments and advocated democratic and representative governments. Montesquieu's work The Spirit of the Laws laid the foundation of modern democracy by proposing the principle of separation of powers. Education and human rights. The Enlightenment promoted the spread of education and the idea that knowledge should be accessible to everyone. In Rousseau's work The Social Contract, he called for social change by defending the ideals of equality and freedom. The Renaissance and the Enlightenment played an important role in the intellectual and cultural evolution of humanity and laid the foundations of the modern world. These periods contributed to the discovery of new horizons in science, art, and philosophy, and to the strengthening of the intellectual freedom of the individual. The Industrial Revolution historically refers to a period spanning from the late 18th century to the mid-19th century, and during this time it caused dramatic changes across the world. The Industrial Revolution laid the foundation for the transition from agricultural societies to industrial societies, leading to revolutionary changes in production and economy along with technological advances. Machinery, power, and factories. The most distinctive feature of the Industrial Revolution is the widespread use of machines powered by water and steam power. Steam engines, looms, and rotary machines made possible the transition from production based on manual labor to industrial production based on machine power. Iron and steel production. Technological advances in iron and steel production have led to major developments in sectors such as construction, transportation, and machine building. Thomas Bessemer's steelmaking process enabled the production of more durable and economical materials. Railways and transportation. The Industrial Revolution accelerated and expanded transportation with the construction of railway networks. This enabled faster and cheaper transportation of raw materials and products, contributing to the expansion of trade and economy. Technological advances. The Industrial Revolution led to technological advances in communications and transportation. Inventions such as the telegraph and steamships accelerated communications around the world and allowed trade to expand globally. Work organization. The use of machinery in factories has caused radical changes in workforce organization. Industrial production replaced traditional craft workshops with the principles of intensive division of labor and standardization in factories. The Industrial Revolution is considered a period that fundamentally changed social, economic, and cultural structures. These revolutionary changes laid the foundation of modern industrial society and led to the evolution of social structure along with technological advances and economic growth. The 20th century is one of the most turbulent and transformative periods in human history. This century has been filled with great wars, revolutions, and cultural changes, fundamentally affecting the world map and social structures. The First World War went down in history as a global conflict that took place between 1914 and 1918. The war shook social and political structures to their core and triggered revolutionary movements in many countries. The Treaty of Versailles, signed at the end of the war, caused new problems by imposing heavy economic sanctions on Germany. Empires collapsed, new nations and borders were formed, and deep impacts were left on societies. In 1917, the October Revolution in Russia overthrew the Tsarist regime and established the Soviet Union. The dictatorship of the proletariat was declared and became the pioneer of communist ideals. World War II was a major conflict that took place between 1939 and 1945. After the war, the world entered the Cold War era, a bipolar political system. Holocaust and atomic bombs. Nazi Germany's genocide included the Holocaust and constituted one of the darkest periods in history. The atomic bombs dropped by the USA on Hiroshima and Nagasaki ushered in a nuclear age in the immediate aftermath of the war. Ideological competition between the United States and the Soviet Union became the main dynamic of the Cold War. Military alliances such as NATO and the Warsaw Pact were formed and a number of rivalries emerged, such as the space race. The 20th century also witnessed profound changes in technological and cultural terms. Technological advances such as computers, the internet, and biotechnology have radically changed social and economic structures. The 20th century was a period of increased cultural diversity and globalization. Various movements emerged in the fields of pop culture, music, cinema, and art, accelerating cultural change. The 20th century is one of the most significant turning points in human history. Wars and revolutions radically changed social structures and political balance. Technological developments and cultural diversification have made the world a more global and connected place, leaving important legacies to the 21st century. Today, humanity is going through a dynamic period shaped by the challenges and opportunities it faces in great diversity. Globalization, technological advances, environmental changes and social transformations make today's world a complex and rapidly evolving environment. Environmental problems. Factors such as climate change, rapid depletion of natural resources and environmental pollution cause significant environmental problems worldwide. These problems necessitate sustainability efforts and environmental protection policies. Social inequality. Income gap, injustice in educational opportunities and differences in access to social rights trigger social inequality problems in societies. These challenges can deepen social imbalances, leading to social unrest and conflict. Technological challenges. Technological advances such as artificial intelligence, automation and digitalization can increase unemployment by changing workforce dynamics. Technological challenges also bring new issues such as privacy, ethics, and cybersecurity. Technological progress. Today's technological developments bring new opportunities in a number of fields, from healthcare to education, from communication to energy. Innovative technologies offer the potential to find solutions to problems with solution-oriented approaches. Global cooperation. Globalization brings people around the world together, increasing cultural exchange and providing the opportunity to produce common solutions to global problems. International cooperation can play a key role in finding more effective solutions to global issues such as environmental problems, epidemics, and security challenges. Education and information access. Digitalization and the Internet democratize access to information, expand educational opportunities and support social development. Education is an important tool for the sustainability of individuals and societies. Today's challenges and opportunities reflect a complex and interconnected reality facing humanity. However, when these challenges are considered together with creative and solidarity solutions, they can be directed towards a more sustainable, equitable, and better future around the world. As we move into the future, humanity faces a number of complex challenges. These issues have the potential to create impacts on a global scale and require in-depth thinking, collaboration, and solution-oriented approaches in a variety of areas. Climate change and environmental problems. Climate change threatens environmental balances by bringing with it effects such as temperature increases, sea level rise, and extreme weather events around the world. This problem can seriously impact biodiversity, agriculture, and water resources if sustainable solutions are not found. Social injustice and inequality. Social inequality, income gap, injustice in educational opportunities, and discrimination based on factors such as race and gender can lead to major problems in societies. Tackling these problems to create a just society is an important step towards building a more inclusive and equitable future. Problems brought by technological developments. While technological developments such as artificial intelligence, automation and biotechnology change workforce dynamics, they also bring with them new problems such as privacy, ethics, and security. In this context, managing and using the potential benefits of technology for humanity in a sustainable manner is an important issue. Global health crises. Epidemic diseases can cause serious health problems around the world and strain global health systems. In this context, global cooperation is important to prepare for pandemics, strengthen health services, and prevent the spread of diseases. Energy and resource management. Fossil fuel depletion, energy security issues, and sustainable resource management require a strategic approach to meet future energy needs and minimize environmental impacts. These problems constitute a shared responsibility for humanity, and solutions require global collaboration and innovative approaches. Confronting these problems facing humanity and striving to take a step towards a sustainable future is an important responsibility that aims to leave a better world to future generations. While the journey towards the future brings humanity together with the challenges it faces, it is also full of hopeful opportunities. Climate change, social injustice, problems brought about by technological developments, and other global issues require collective effort and sustainable solutions. These challenges also reveal humanity's potential to work, learn, and grow together. Steps to be taken in areas such as the fight against social inequalities, environmental sustainability efforts, ethical and safe use of technological developments, strengthening global health systems, and sustainable management of energy resources have the potential to lay the foundations for a more fair, healthy, and sustainable world. It is critical that each individual, community, and country takes responsibility in shaping the future. Global cooperation, fair resource sharing, and efforts to increase access to education and information can offer effective solutions to the problems humanity faces at this important juncture. This journey requires a vision that considers the welfare of not only today's generations but also future generations. When humanity is ready to come together and create creative solutions to every challenge it faces to build an interdependent, respectful, and sustainable future, we can look to the future with hope.